Certain individuals operate on the belief that democracy means holding an election once every few years to allow citizens to exercise their right to vote and elect candidates of their choice. To them, all other activities, though part and parcel of a democratic system, are threats to democracy and must be countered with martial arts if need be. When Malaysiakini entered the spotlight once again last week as police initiated investigations into claims that an external influence is dictating the editorial direction of the news portal with an agenda to institute regime change, journalism became the latest addition to this growing list of these perceived threats against democracy. Protesters clad in red shirts swarmed the road in front of our building, charged with rage and emotion, demanding the closure of the news service because it threatens to topple a democratically elected government. But have our actions told the same story? In January this year, Malaysiakini brought to light a series of videos featuring former police special force personnel Cyril Azhar Umar, the man convicted of murdering Mongolian national Altantuya Sharibu. In the tapes, Cyril said that among others, Prime Minister Najib Razak was not connected to the case. Would a news portal that wants to topple the Prime Minister choose to air a video that exonerates him? Is this not a case of perverted logic? A few months later in May, Malaysiakini published a letter written by the incarcerated former opposition leader Anwar Ibrahim, which denounced the Citizens' Declaration, an active effort to remove Prime Minister Najib from power. Why would we bother with this if it throws a wrench into efforts to topple the government? In September, Malaysiakini received reports of emails from a source about how whistleblower website Sarawak Report was funded by certain individuals to launch a smear campaign against Najib. Common sense would tell you that someone who has an ulterior motive would toss this in the trash and not bother. But that's not what we did. We published them for the world to see, much to the disappointment of Sarawak Report editor Claire Rucastle Brown, who denied them. In October, Malaysiakini was the first to highlight a WikiLeaks expose on an anti-Najib lobby in Washington with links to our alleged paymaster George Soros. How is it logical that Malaysiakini would implicate its own paymaster? A simple search would turn up hundreds of Malaysiakini articles that are critical of the opposition and its leaders. We provide our readers with both sides of the coin, government or opposition, red or yellow, sweet or bitter. But Malaysiakini indeed has an agenda to ensure that the alternative views are given space, to encourage contestation of ideas, to hold those elected or appointed to public office accountable to the people, to ensure good governance as well as respect for human rights and fundamental liberties. An agenda to strengthen and enhance parliamentary democracy, and definitely not to undermine it.